This podcast is brought to you by SeatGeek. Our friends over at SeatGeek are giving us a promo code of TBA Wrestling. That is TBA Wrestling for $20 off your first purchase. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Gunners Are Us, where we are positively Arsenal.
And that we are. And we still are.
It sounds like that tone was a little bit, like you were trying to convince yourself a little bit. Just a little bit.
Well, I released a preview. Okay. Well, not a preview, an exclusive of our Patreon on Monday.
We haven't actually talked about this yet.
No, and I did a review of the Villa game. And I wanted everyone that even wasn't on a Patreon. So obviously, if you want a Patreon, feel free, join our Patreon. The link is below. Use a web browser. You won't have to pay the tax, and it's not as expensive than the app. Anyway. I released it because I felt like it was needed, not for me just to kind of talk through my feelings.
Yeah.
I feel like there's Arsenal fans out there that wanted it for free.
Yeah.
And needed it for free because I needed it for free. I was searching for people to make me feel better. I was looking at Arscast and Arsenal Vision. And I pretty much came to the realization during the pod that it's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But there is one issue I do have, and I mentioned it on the Patreon. I don't think I actually got that deep into it, what that one thing was. But I will today.
Okay.
But we've also got a preview tonight. We've got to preview the game tonight with Club Bruges.
We've got to keep going.
We've got the game at the weekend, which is a Saturday night game, 8 o'clock at the Emirates against Wolves.
Yeah.
The only winless team in the Premier League. They're propping up the table.
Yeah.
As they say, they're propping up the table.
They're right down there.
So, and I watched their match with Man United the other day, and I think in moments they were good, but I think overall they're very poor.
Yeah.
So you'd hope we can get back on track. But we're going to break down the Villa game from Joe's perspective and a little bit more in case you haven't caught Monday's episode. But if you've just joined us, this is Gunners Are Us. We're on iTunes and Spotify. Give us a 5-star review. We're over on TikTok. Check out that. We do 2 videos a day, including a rip every day of sports cards, for Pepcorn sports cards, as well as the YouTube over there. Anyway, so.
Yeah.
You watched the game on Saturday, didn't you?
I did, yeah. The villain arc continued.
Yes. So the team news was the first kind of bigger news. We were hoping Salah was going to be back.
Yep.
He was not, in fact, back.
No.
We also got the news that day of Mosquera being out for 8 weeks. It looks like, so mid-Feb.
Taking a beating back there.
I can add to that injury concern today of Max Dowman. Looks like he could be out for a similar length of time. There's also a chance. Arteta said weeks. He keeps using matter of days, weeks, or months, and I don't know why he keeps doing that. Because when he says matter of weeks, he could mean 16 weeks.
Yeah.
He
likes to keep us guessing.
It's all a lie. So when he says a matter of weeks, he could be back next year.
It's the Arteta lie.
Yeah, it is. It's so vague, but he's not wrong.
Yeah.
Because if you're out for 6 months, it is a matter of weeks.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. He's just making it sound better, like
20,
a politician.
It's 24 weeks as opposed to when you hear weeks, you think that's less than a month, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you'd say it's a matter of months. But he said Max Down was a matter of weeks, but a lot of people saying, I've heard some people kind of speculating that it could be more serious than that. But again, he's 15. He wasn't going to play a massive part in this. I just hope it's not serious enough that this could slow down his progression.
Yeah, because he scored a cracking goal the other week.
He did. Unbelievable goal in the Champions League. I say Youth Champions League, not the Men's Champions League. But the team news came out, and I think, first of all, we all kind of a little bit rattled by the fact that Sleeper wasn't back again.
Yeah.
And we didn't think this Sleeper thing was much. It was apparently a knock in training a few weeks ago, and all of a sudden, him and Gabriel just both out now.
Yeah.
Mosquera then gets injured. Hincapié, I think, was actually very good on the day, but there was one glaring issue he made at the end that probably cost us the game. But he brings Timber into centre-back. He prefers Timber over Ben White as the centre-back, and then the other one is the right-back.
Or even Calafiori pushing in from the other side.
I think the issue with that is Calafiori is a left centre-back, and Hincapié is a left centre-back.
Okay.
And because the only actual real centre-back is Hincapié,
who,
by the way, is also, by trade, more or less exactly what Calafiori is, which is like a left-back that can play centre-back.
Yeah.
So
we like those.
He's not really a centre-back, but so either way, we've got full-backs playing centre-backs. We've got full-backs playing full-back.
Yeah.
We've got a lot going on. So he's gone with that way. And the only thing I was worried about, obviously, was Ben White ended up playing 90 minutes in a week.
Yeah.
Because of the injury to Mosquera.
Yeah.
Meant that Timber had to come on early. And I think Timber was probably going to come on for the last 20 minutes for Ben White at right back.
Yeah, we'd rather not see Timber have to stretch his legs too much.
No, and he was trying to rest Timber. He couldn't because Mosquera got injured. And not just that, Ben White's coming off a big injury.
Yeah.
Ben White didn't need to play 90 minutes. He ended up having to play 90 minutes. But then 3 days later, he's having to play 90 minutes again.
Yeah.
And dare I say, tonight, who else can play right back tonight?
Oh, we're out of options now. I think
Timber's going to have to play centre back again.
Yeah, we're going to have to do that again. I mean,
there is a small shout that apparently Saliba, again, we keep saying he could be back. Could be back.
Yeah, because of the vagueness of what Arteta's saying.
Yeah.
We don't know.
There is a small chance Saliba could be back tonight and he could partner Kinkapia and then Timber is a right back. But again, we're also at a point where we don't want Ben White to play again because he played 90 minutes in 3 days, which he's gone from playing no minutes to
it's a lot.
180 minutes in 3 days.
I tell you what I do like about that, though, is the combination of Saka and White again.
I have mixed feelings.
I mean, I
had nostalgia for it. There was a moment when Odegaard, Saka and Ben White were
Yeah.
all on the field and I had a bit of nostalgia and I really realised how little they do with the ball.
compared to what we do now.
Yeah. Again, I don't want to be too negative on that because I'm not one of these Odegaard haters. I'm not,
No.
but you do realise that maybe if the perfect pass isn't there, they will touch the ball 100 more times before they find it.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas the newer crop that we've had in, the likes of Eze and Gyökeres and that, it's one touch and then they're either going to lose the ball or they're going to score.
It's very progressive. Very not Arteta-able.
No.
Arteta likes to retain it. If
It's
there's
very
nothing there, retain it.
It's very different. But what we were saying was with the centre-backs there, we were a bit worried about that time.
Yeah.
And then obviously there was a late fitness test on Rice.
Mm-hmm.
Rice ends up coming in.
Yeah.
And
I wasn't expecting that.
No, I was a little bit unnerved that he was going to have to miss it. Zubimendi's playing more minutes.
Yeah.
And then Odegaard is getting the start. The minute I think we saw Ezra out left,
Yeah.
and then Saka, and then Moreno, and again, you have to go with the hot hand, so Moreno stayed up top.
Yeah.
But we don't like Ezra on that left.
There's something not right. Like, I know he played a couple games early on there.
And it wasn't great.
It just doesn't work. I don't know what it is. Did he play a lot of games for Palace there?
No, it's a kind of a myth, the idea that he played a lot of games there. A lot of people, when he came in, were like, oh, he's going to play left wing for us.
Because I always have him cutting in. That's in
Yeah.
my head. That's what I see. Him cutting in, shooting with the right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's something off about when he plays there. It's not... I don't know if it's...
It's not in the game. And again, this isn't just an Ezra problem.
Yeah.
Look at the left side of Arsenal for the last 6-7 years.
Yeah.
No one, other than maybe Trossard, has been able to figure out how you get the ball
Yeah.
and do anything with
You
it
don't
on that
see it
left.
much.
Because you don't usually, for years, we didn't have much help until we got Xhaka over there.
Yeah.
Then Xhaka left,
Yeah.
and then it went back to what it was.
Mhm.
Naturally, everyone goes to the right. We had that error for the last couple of years where it was Odegaard, Ben White, and Saka on the
Yeah.
right. And basically, the whole format of our play was to tunnel that ball over there
Yeah.
and let them three figure it out.
Very one-sided, yeah.
So the left side's been a bit... I don't know if it's an Ezra problem or just a left side problem,
Yeah.
but Trossard does a good job at making it look a lot better than what other people do.
Oh, he does stuff
Yeah.
with it, yeah, when he's there.
But when we saw that on the team news, I was like, as much as I want Odegaard and Ezra in the same team, and it's players that we're excited about, I didn't like the balance of it.
No.
The centre back's missing, the short turnaround, and I know Villa have got the same short turnaround and the same amount of injuries and throughout the season and all that kind of stuff. So it's not an excuse. It's just I didn't like the look of it at Villa Park.
It's the perfect... Well, I say perfect. The opposite of perfect. The most imperfect combination is going to Villa Park midday on a Saturday whilst Villa are flying. Like, Villa are right up behind us. Like, if it was a down on their luck Villa, you'd probably hope for the best.
Yeah.
But Villa Park, midday Saturday, which is famously not a good time for Arsenal. I don't know why.
Yeah, I know.
I think I'm just relating that to the Perez book.
Yeah.
It just all smelt like bad news.
Yeah, it just stunk of a loss. And
So much so that a friend of ours, Kyle, at work, bet against Arsenal in that game.
I think our dad did. I think he did. Both teams to score and Villa to win.
Yeah,
And
which I can't do that personally, but
Well, I said it before in the podcast, but a serial bettor who was at a bar that I was doing a night shift at Holiday Inn, and I was giving him a drink, and he clearly had a big betting issue. But he said to me, if you ever bet on football, so always bet against your team because either way you're winning. And I thought, that's why you have no money.
that's exactly what someone said to Kyle this week. Yeah, I heard that.
It's true. But I think, on paper, and in the way the game started, they created a lot more than us, I thought, in that first half. And what's kind of been a little bit of a worry that it might be becoming a bit of a pattern is we're playing a lot better in the second half.
Yeah.
but only for a period.
Yeah.
I think if you remember the Sunderland game, we were really poor in that first half.
Yeah.
We ended up 1-0 down. And then that second half, 20 minutes, we scored 2.
Yeah.
We could have gone 5-6-1 up against Sunderland.
Very
And
similar.
then all of a sudden, the last 10 minutes, you get a bit shaky and they start creating chances.
Yeah.
We did it against Chelsea, really poor in that first half. We were 0-0.
Yeah.
They got the red card. They scored early on in that second half. And then for the next 25 minutes, we were unbelievable at Stamford Bridge. Could have scored 6.
Yeah.
Scored 1.
Yeah.
And then late on, it becomes a basketball game
Yeah.
and anyone could take it. And again, we saw it again here with the Villa game. I thought we were really poor in that first half. I don't think we could. And if you, by the way, Bayern Munich was another one of these.
Yeah.
You know, we got to half time at 0-0. We all went, I don't know.
Yeah.
But then the second half, maybe the best second half we've ever played.
Put their foot down and went.
Yeah, and it's becoming a little bit of a worrying pattern for me that they're not being able to start games strong, and teams like Villa and that will take that away from you.
Yeah.
And I don't. Did they score? They did score before half time. I can't remember their goal. Yeah, it was Ezra switched off.
Yeah.
And going into that half time, I kind of was going in my head, I think I'd take a draw.
Yeah.
You know, I think I did. I said in the podcast last week, I think I'd take a draw.
Oh yeah.
But I was getting to that close to that half time. I thought, we have not turned up here, and this is looking ragged.
Yeah.
And I thought, get a draw, just get out of here.
Oh, a draw to that Villa team currently would be.
Yeah, they said a stat on there. The only team that have beaten Villa at Villa Park in the last 2.5 years is Arsenal last year when we were at Wembley.
Yeah.
Teams like Bayern Munich, PSG, Liverpool, Man City have all gone there.
That's crazy.
And only we have taken points. Well, not taken points, but won a game there.
Mm.
So they are very good at home.
Yeah.
You know, that is a scarily good record.
Yeah.
So it's not an easy place to go. Will Man City have to go there still this season? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, all these teams, Liverpool, will
Yeah.
they all drop points? I would have thought so.
I'd hope so now.
So, and that goes back to what we were talking about, how we've kind of played a lot of the better teams away from home already.
Yeah.
But we get to that half time, Ezra switches off. I knew he was going to take Ezra off, and I think we all have this horrible feeling that maybe he doesn't even like Ezra, but I think he does.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was because he switched off did he take him off. I think he had to change something.
Yeah, it just wasn't working offensively and defensively on the left.
Yeah, the only other thing he could do, I think Moreno wasn't in the game. I think Moreno would run his legs out for the last few couple of weeks. I think Gyökeres was the right move. We need to be more direct. The only thing he could have done was bring Ezra in midfield and take Odegaard off and bring Trossard on.
Yeah.
But I think with Odegaard getting back up to fitness, club captain, someone Arteta trusts a lot, I think that was the only decision he could make. And I don't think it was because he switched off. I don't think it will go down great.
No.
But if he has an issue with that, and I said this on the Patreon, he's going to have an issue with a lot of the stuff Odegaard did in that game.
Yeah.
If he didn't like what Ezra did. Because, I mean, the winning goal at the end, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of galloping and not many tackles being thrown in.
Yeah.
Well, there was a lot of tackles being thrown in, but our captain was not throwing a lot of tackles in. He was doing the in-betweeners dance, as a lot of people have said online.
Busy dance.
Yeah, there's that meme, isn't there, of like all the movers bringing all the heavy stuff into it, and there's one guy keeps running around touching stuff, but he's never actually lifting anything. He's going, oh no, you got that, I'll go. And he touches that, he's like, yeah, you go that way. And he said that's how Odegaard plays football. I think that is kind of how he plays football, but there is a big benefit to it. But I think the shoulder surgery, or the shoulder injury, sorry, I should say, at the beginning of the season, the meniscus injury straight after that, he went into about 3 tackles this year.
Yeah.
That cost him about 3 months of his career.
Big time, yeah.
And I think that that's still lingering with him, and that can't. You can't, because you can't.
You can't.
You can't, because it will cost you a game like it did at the end of this game. And we'll get to that. But he made the change. I thought Trossard instantly changed it. I think for 25 minutes we were unbelievable. We should have scored more than what we did in that time.
Yeah.
But we do get a goal from Trossard. Saka was unbelievable in this game. And if you want to know more about my thoughts on Saka at Villa Park and how he gets rattled there, check out our episode from Monday where I go deeper into my thoughts on that.
The ex-crowd were on him.
They always are at Villa Park. There's a big history of Saka there. And so go check that out on Monday's episode if you want to hear a bit more about the Saka stuff that I bring up. But he was unbelievable. We get the goal, and then it did hit a moment where we made some changes. We took Saka off, who was probably our best player.
Yeah.
We took Trossard back off, which I thought was just, in my opinion, I saw it as 20 minutes. He had 20 minutes in him because he was coming back from injury. He was going to bring him on at 70.
Yeah.
But because he had to bring him at half time to change it, he said to him, I'm going to take you back off at 75.
Yeah, yeah. and he did his job in that time.
And he did it, and he went off.
Yeah.
Because right before he went off, I mean, he was taking on a player, and they'd already said he's going back off.
Yeah.
So once they said he was going back off, I thought, oh, he's not injured again. And then I thought, no, it makes sense that maybe he gave him 20 minutes. And then he got the ball, and he was like shifting it between his feet, and he knocked it off, and he ran beyond. And I thought, he's not hurt, so it must be that. But then after the game, Arteta said he had an issue.
Oh, wow.
So it was an injury. So, and as of today, I think Saliba, Rice, Trossard didn't travel or train, I believe.
Yeah, they're not with the team.
Yeah. And then Jesus wasn't selected because we didn't have a defender for the Champions League, but now they have put him in the team.
Yep.
So Jesus has travelled. But he goes off and everything changes again.
Yeah.
You go from Trossard and Saka, maybe our best wingers this year, to all of a sudden Martinelli, who has actually been very good this season.
Yeah.
But Martinelli and Madueke. And the game changed. It did become almost like a basketball game that we were not ever in control of.
He was very open, yeah. I was definitely saying to myself, I'll take a point at this point.
Yes. Once we got through that phase, I was like, that phase is done. We're not getting back into this.
Yeah.
And as it got to the end, and this is my issue, is I think we played a little bit too fan-like. This is what I said in the Patreon. I don't like... You know, as a fan, we sit there, and this is what I was saying, was when you win that ball... And there's 30 seconds to go. What do we go? Go forward. Go see if you can win it.
Yeah, get the winner.
But as a professional, you got to go. All right, there's 2 men ahead of me.
Yeah.
They got 6 men back.
Yeah.
We're not going to score. All we're going to do is potentially give them another chance.
Yeah.
So we got to just retain the ball. And as annoying as it is to a fan, we kind of afterwards go, yeah, we'll take a point.
You got to accept it.
Because we'll literally, as a fan, go, oh my god, win the ball, win the ball, win the ball. We'll take a point. You win the ball and go forward, we can win. That's what we do.
Yeah, you can't do that as a professional.
No, and what Hincapié did, which frustrated me, was we win that ball twice in that last 30 seconds. And he knocks it wide, and then he wants to go up the line. But there's no one up the line.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to keep knocking it wide. All he had to do was turn around, play it to Rare, or knock it out for a throw, or whatever it was, like higher up the field. And what he does is he takes a heavy touch, then he knocks it out of play, which gives them 15 seconds to get an attack in.
Yeah.
He's now out of position. They get the ball back into the box, and then all hell breaks loose, and then Odegaard starts shuffling around. And there's been a massive reaction once Buendia put it in of, now they're discussing how he reacted to the goal. Because about 7 of them just dropped to their feet. I think David Rare looked like he was going to RKO someone.
Yeah.
He started punching the ground he was setting up as the Viper. But everyone went down, and obviously Monday Night Football is a very talked about thing that we can get into later. But Carragher had analysed the way they reacted.
Oh, he analysed that, did he?
Yeah, and he said, they saw this as a cup final.
They did. The commentators did keep saying that during the game, though, that this felt like a cup final because everyone was playing like it was like they wanted to win.
Yeah,
which again,
which is what everyone's arguing about in a minute. Everyone should be trying to win,
especially at that end of the table. Yeah, like we're both up there; they're right behind us. It's a top of the table game.
I totally agree. And the big issue has been in the Premier League this last couple of years is teams don't go for the win. It's a little bit passive.
Yeah.
This was not.
No.
People were actively trying to win. But everyone drops their knees and, they're on their haunches. And, Carragher said, it's emotional. This is the issue with them every year. And I thought, that's exactly what do you want them to do? Turn around and just
shrug the shoulders.
I want them to be dejected. I want them to feel like they've just lost a point. And Arteta said in his press conference, he said, that's exactly how I want them to react to every game.
Yeah.
Every game is as important as the next.
And they are, definitely. In this day and age of the Premier League, you need all the wins you can get.
So if anyone's keeping up, according to Carragher, we shouldn't celebrate when we win.
Yeah.
And we should not be sad when we lose.
They've got to be robots.
I don't know what they're supposed to do, but they should certainly not do what they're currently doing.
I'm going to be honest.
That's what we've learned.
The way that game ended...
It hurt, but it didn't hurt as much as it should have.
I mean, I felt physically sick.
I did. Do you know? I said it on Monday. I actually didn't feel. I was like, ugh. And I don't know. Like I've been saying the last couple of weeks, I don't know if I'm burnt out. And I'm someone who loves. You know me. Like when we're not doing this podcast, guys, you're already probably thinking, let Joe talk. But that's what life's like. I'm constantly spouting off about football, and I'm talking about how they trained yesterday, and Joe's like, oh, all right. I'm deep. And I'm burnt out. And again, it's probably why I'm burnt out, is because I'm too deep. But the feeling I had at the end was like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I carried on with my day. And I mean, in the past, I've ruined Saturdays and Sundays. And I must admit, this is a really scary part of modern world.
Yeah.
When I woke up on the Sunday, I woke up feeling, sometimes you wake up going, I got given bad news.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
And then I realised it was
Yeah.
just because Arsenal lost.
Yeah. It was
and
heavy.
And that was worrying because I was like, oh no, I shouldn't wake up in the middle of the night and go, oh, what bad news did I get about my family? Oh, I didn't. It was just Arsenal lost.
I don't. It's not necessarily because they lost. Because I mean, we've had losses before where I can kind of move on. I'll just turn the TV off and move on. Like, I'm like, okay, we lost.
I'm notoriously bad at getting over losses.
That one though, because it was so hard fought and so the last kick of the game. We're not normally the team that receive those. We're the team that do those.
Yes.
We've had so many seasons where we've watched Arsenal do that in the last minute, and the feeling is electric.
Yeah.
We've now experienced, I think for the first time in ages, I don't remember the last time I watched an Arsenal game where we lost in the last kick of the game. That feeling is what overcame me. And it was the fact I was sat there in the front room. Lisa was painting in the hallway. So she had the door open, like literally, I don't know, 10 feet from me. And she could hear all this because I had the TV turned up. And I was sat there, the goal went in, and I just kind of was staring at the TV, and I saw her out the corner of my eye stop painting and look over at me and kind of pull her, like, this kind of face of, like, oh.
Oh, I thought it was like an ick. Like, oh no.
No, she was like, oh God, that doesn't sound good, whatever that is.
Yeah.
But the only positive I can say about it, though, and this comes from, like, being a little bit more non-biased, is the feeling I could see that those Villa fans had in the crowd. I think they showed a specific kid who had his hands on his head.
Yeah, he's so excited.
And he was like shaking his head like, oh my God, what has happened? That I don't know when they last experienced that feeling. Especially at the top of the table against us.
Yeah, they're in dreamland at the minute.
I could only sit there and kind of think,
yeah,
I'm happy for those guys. Like, I'm happy for the fans. Like,
well,
I'm
that's
happy
something we have to remember is
because we experienced that loads.
That's what I was gonna say. Was we've had loads of these moments in the last few years, like almost like an odd amount of those moments. Even if they weren't last minute winners, like getting that second goal at the Bernabeu with and even at Villa Park a couple of years ago. Do you remember Jorginho last minute gets that goal, comes off the back of Martinez?
Yeah.
And then minutes later, Martinelli goes free from the halfway line. He opens up his arms. As he's running,
he's like celebrating. Yeah, as he
we've had those moments. You smashed the plate over that.
I did, yeah.
Like we've had those moments even at Villa Park. So yeah, sometimes you kind of go, yeah, that's football. Like,
yeah, I understand.
So many teams have had to watch us do that.
But the feeling though I carried after that was so heavy. Like I was intending to help Lisa with the painting directly afterwards.
You said no.
No, I kind of wandered out there after about 10 minutes of just staring at the TV, and then I was like, "Do you want me to do something?" And she went, "No, we'll do it."
Oh no, she's scared to tell you.
She's like, "We'll do it next week. It's fine." I think she can sense how down I was.
Yeah.
And then I went and sat back down and just put some country music on YouTube and just kind of.
It hurts.
I just sat there.
It hurts more than it should, and I think as well the pressure. That's what I was saying the other week about not me being burnt out. I was joking with the burnout, but kind of just feeling exhausted was. I think it comes from being at the top as well.
Yeah.
It's that feeling of like any drop points, you're like, oh, that's the season.
It's hard, yeah.
But it's not.
No.
Because Neville said it better after the game. He said, losing at Villa Park isn't the one you should be worried about.
No.
Because that happens.
Yeah, that definitely
He's
happens.
like, I've won Premier Leagues where I've lost at Villa Park.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah, we're used to that now as well.
They reckon that you can't lose more than 6 games in a season to win the league.
Mm.
In the modern years, it's been about 4 or 5.
Yeah.
That's our second loss.
Yeah.
We've nearly played... By Christmas, we would have played everyone once.
Yeah.
If we carry on this rate, we're going to lose 4 games.
And losing away at Anfield and losing away at Villa Park...
Is the ones.
They're fine.
They're the ones you lose.
Yeah.
What you don't want to do is then go to Wolves on Saturday and lose that home game.
Yeah.
On a late goal or draw.
You need to get a win tonight and you need to get a win on Saturday for sure.
And then you're back on the bus because there's a 7-day gap after Wolves.
Mm.
And then we go away to Everton, Hill Dickinson Stadium. It's a brand new stadium, very similar to the Emirates. Yeah. There's no real atmosphere yet for them. It does take time with the new stadium, as you've seen with Tottenham, as you saw with us at the Emirates for a while.
They're a very progressive Everton team, though. I mean,
they're really good. They've shipped 5-1 at home to Newcastle, and then they win 3-0 at home to Forest. They're a very odd side. They're very capable of shipping 10 goals in a game.
Grealish is having a great time with Moyes as well.
Yeah, and also Keenan Dewsbury Hall, I think, is having a really good season.
Yeah. And
a shout out, by the way, to Barry up front, because he finally got his goal, and I generally was starting to get upset for the guy. So I'm happy for him. But that late goal goes in, and I felt dejected. I felt like, as you would, like, oh, I can't believe it. But I think I've just come to this realization in the last few years that draws and losses are so close to each other.
Yeah.
it's wins to draws that hurt the most. Like, if we were winning that game 2-1 and they scored that late and it went to 2-2, like the Sunderland game,
Yeah.
that hurts more to me.
Yeah.
Because you're dropping 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
We were never going to win that game.
No.
We'd given up on that. We'd accepted we were
just
getting 1
lost
point.
out on 1 point.
1 point to 0 points.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a couple of years ago, we drew like 14 games last year,
Yeah.
but lost like 3 or 4. Like, I don't know what it was. I don't actually know
Too
what it
many
was.
draws.
You can't draw. You know, I was saying, you know, we talked about zooming out.
Mm.
You play North London derby, you play Chelsea away,
Mhm.
you play Brentford at home, you play Villa away.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a derby away,
Mm-hmm.
an easier home game,
Yeah.
and then a Villa Park.
Yeah.
Okay, if you were to get half your points there, you'd be happy.
Yeah.
We beat one, we got draw, we won, and then we lost.
Yeah.
So we got 7 out of a possible 12.
Yeah.
It's not the best return,
No.
but when you think about it, that draw in there from Chelsea, we could have lost that.
Yeah.
But if we'd beaten Villa,
Yeah.
we get more points. We have 9.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even though we had a loss and a draw, you know, you can actually lose 2 and win 3, or for example, and you get more points.
Yeah. It's weird math, isn't it?
It's weird. Like it's better sometimes. Not better to lose. You want to win them all, but draws are the killers.
Mm.
And so when you go from a draw to a loss, yeah, again, like 2 seasons ago, you can come down to 1 point at the end of the season. You go, that was the moment. But it will never be that point.
No.
The late goal might make you think of it more.
Yeah.
But it'll be the point you drop at home to Forest or at home to Brentford.
Yeah.
That's the point. You know, a couple of years ago, what did we talk about? We lost at home to Villa, didn't we?
Yeah.
Was it 2-0 right at the end of the season?
Yeah.
We had that purple patch. Won every game pretty much from January right to the end of the season.
Yeah.
But we lost at home to Villa. That one game. Weird game. And what did we lose the season on? 1 point.
Yeah.
So if we just got a draw there and seen it out to a 0-0,
Ooh.
that was our season. That's the games that you look back at and go, not Villa away and you lose.
No.
Yeah, well, again, if they had won that 2-1 on the 70th minute, we'd probably never think about it again.
No.
The late goal may make us go, if we just held another... If Odegaard had just made a tackle, at the end of the season, we might be going, oh, that 1 point would have won us the league.
Yeah.
But chances are there's going to be another point we're going to drop that's going to be the one we remember.
There's a long way to go, yeah.
And we've been talking about it a lot, obviously, recently about the... and I really want to drive this point home, and I know I drove it down on Monday, so if you listen to Monday, I apologise. But I've said it the last couple of weeks on here on the podcast. When you look at what games we've played away from home, no one touches it.
No.
And we talked about how we played 5 of the 8 teams in the top 8 away from home. As the weekend's gone on, people have moved. As you get closer to Christmas, you have a real understanding of, like, you know, for example, that, you know, sometimes you have like a Bolton or a Leicester or, you know, in this case, like a Sunderland or a Crystal Palace. Sometimes they're in the top 8 for the first 10 games. But it's not a fair... You know, by the end of the season, they're 17th, and you're thinking, oh, it's just they had a good start.
Yeah.
For example, Sunderland now are out of the top 8.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we were talking about being Champions League and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because as you get closer to Christmas, all of a sudden, everyone kind of levels out to kind of where their actual level is.
Yeah.
So now we're getting a better understanding of, have we played the best teams? You know, or was it just they were the best teams in that purple patch of the first 10? So now we're 15 games in. We're 4 games off of halfway.
Yep.
Look at that top 10. Liverpool, away done. Sunderland, away done. Brighton haven't played. Everton, away
Coming
this
up.
weekend. Literally next weekend. Man United, away done. Chelsea, away done.
Yeah.
Palace, playing them in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Villa, away done. Man City, home.
Mm.
So of that top 10, nearly all of them have been done away.
Yeah.
Now look at the bottom 10. Wolves, done at home as of this weekend. Burnley was away. West Ham was home. Forest, home. Leeds, home. Fulham, away. Brentford, home. Bournemouth haven't played. Newcastle, away. Spurs, home.
Yeah.
So majority of the bottom half, we've played at home.
Yeah.
This is exactly where you want to be halfway through a season. You want to go, all right, who are the really good teams this year? All right, we've done them all away. Who are the poor teams? Done them all at home.
Yeah.
Because I'm happy to go away to Leeds. By the way, tough one to go to right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But you know what I mean? I'd rather I'd rather that than have to go away to Liverpool still.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have to go away to Liverpool anymore. We don't have to go away to Villa Park. We don't have to go to Old Trafford. We don't have to go to Stamford Bridge again. We don't have to go to Newcastle. We don't have to go up to Sunderland. We don't have to go to Burnley. We don't have to do these games.
They're
full.
done.
They're done. And that's when you look at that, you realise, oh, okay, perspective.
I love these perspectives that you do, because I didn't know any of that. Like, I hadn't even thought about it. But that makes it all feel a lot more like glass is half full.
That's the thing, is you have to look at that, because, again, momentums can swing and you can kind of fall out of like rhythm, and it doesn't matter who you played at home or away. You're just poor now, and like, sometimes things can go that way.
You've got the hard bit done. You need to keep going.
But if anything, this team under Arteta, the last 4 or 5 years since that Boxing Day with the Emile Smith-Rowe sacre against Chelsea, if anything, they've been the most consistent team in Europe.
Yeah.
We lose 6 or 7 games a season. We draw 10. We win the rest.
Yeah.
We don't falter. We don't, like, you look at Liverpool. I think someone said the other day, Liverpool have lost more games this year than Arteta has lost in the last 4 years in all comps.
That's mad.
But they won the league last year. We don't do that. We don't win the league and then like we said, we come second. We're now top.
Yeah. That is very hard to do.
It's very consistent. If anything, we are consistent. So you lose to Villa, all of a sudden we beat Wolves, we go to Everton, we win there, and everyone goes, oh, they've carried on.
Yeah.
And that is one thing you can almost rely on with this team. And the benefit of that is that they do only have lesser games to go to.
Yeah.
That you would expect.
Yeah.
Because teams like Man City have still got to, go to Anfield and these places. I don't know if they actually have to go to Anfield, but I can't remember exactly. But when you look at the like the strength of schedule as they do in the NFL, of the top 5, we have the easier strength of schedule as it sits currently. That's where you want to be. And also in amongst there, the stat I saw this morning, which was to do with injuries this season. Who's had the most injuries? The most injuries this season are Leeds with 28.
Okay.
We are second with 26.
Jesus.
Villa 26 also, so fair play to them.
Yeah.
Palace 25, Chelsea 23. The irony of that top 5 is they're all in the top 6 except for Leeds.
That's mad.
So people have dealt really well with it.
Yeah.
City are just under there, Newcastle, Spurs, Liverpool about midway, Man United down at the bottom 12.
Yeah.
Fulham 13, West Ham 13. All teams that are struggling.
Yeah.
Sunderland.
Yeah, even with their full strength.
Yeah. So when you look at that, when you look at that, you kind of look at it and go, do you know what? Probably as things stand, because obviously at the start of the season you can look at Sunderland away and go, we didn't. We saw it as a banana peel. You can go, yeah, that's a win.
Yeah.
We'll win that one. As the season went on, we all realised, like, oh, that's a tough game to get.
Yeah.
Certain things change. And that's what I mean by now we're starting to get an understanding of what are the tough ones to do and what are the easier ones to do.
Everything's kind of laid out.
For example, Bournemouth, home and away, at the start of the season, we all went, it's going to be tough either way. Now we're starting to go, I think we can get a point.
Yeah.
We can get 3 points.
Yeah.
Same with Brighton.
Yeah.
They've proved enough now. They struggled with West Ham the other day. They lost 4-3 to Villa at home. At the start of the season, I would have seen Brighton away and gone, I'll take a draw.
Yeah.
Whereas now I'm going, I think I want 3 points from that.
The landscape's changed.
Yeah, the landscape's changed. And when you look at strength of schedule and you look at the amount of injuries we've dealt with, the fact that we're two... And Arteta said this better. I think this is the best way to put it. Because, naturally we go, oh no, 5 points to 2.
Yeah.
City are finding us. They're going to get us. And they will. But he said, if anyone in this room thought we could be 5 to 10 points clear at Christmas, you're crazy.
Yeah.
There was no way any team was going to be 10 points clear at Christmas.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
No.
So why is it that being only 2 points clear is impressive,
It does feel...
We're top.
Yeah, I mean...
If you had started the season, they said, all right, by Christmas time, you're going to be top. We would have gone, all right.
Fantastic.
Because we had all agreed, and we talked about this on the podcast, before the season, the first 4 or 5 weeks, we all agreed we would take top 4 and a cup.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%. Everyone in the world said that would be good for Arsenal because the amount Liverpool had spent, City were back in it. Chelsea are going to eventually come good. There was teams like Man United everyone thought had bought really well, so they're going to challenge again. Tottenham can't have a down season 2 years in a row. They were like, how are Arsenal? We agreed. We were like, yeah, I don't know how we're going to challenge again this time because there's too many good teams. If you had told me that the teams that got promoted were going to be as good as they have been, and we were going to have 26 injuries before December 10th, and we would be 2 points clear in the mid-December.
Yeah.
I would have said, yeah, I don't know what you're smoking.
Yeah. But, especially considering that the winter time is where going into Christmas is where we notoriously will drop off a little bit. And that Villa game kind of scared me a little bit just because of where we're at. But we're deeper into winter than I thought we were.
Yeah.
And to drop that at Villa Park this deep into winter and we're still top of the league, I mean, I'd bite your hand off.
That's the thing is, And also, there's the other things that we wouldn't play into. It was how strong we're doing in the Champions League. Like Bayern Munich played yesterday, we're still top of the Champions League. We got a game tonight.
Yeah.
We can rotate heavily tonight.
Yeah.
That's huge. Because you look at Chelsea. Chelsea lost last night.
Yeah.
We don't want to be scrapping at week 8 of the Champions League to try and get back into. By the way, on Monday they announced Arsenal were the first team to officially qualify for the knockouts.
Wow.
I say knockouts. That doesn't mean we're going to come top 8. It means we're going to become top 24.
Yeah.
It means we're at least in the playoff. But whatever happens, we're not out.
No.
We're the only team.
We could drop into third gear now if we need
now.
to, yeah.
Bayern Munich have joined us. But we were the only team without playing. We're the only team qualified for the Champions League. Ooh. So things like that at the start of the season, if you had said that we would be in that strong a position, having played Bayern Munich and other teams, I would have said an Atletico and all these teams, and not just that, conceded 1 goal in those 5 games.
Yeah.
I would have gone, what's happening?
Yeah. We're literally the best team in Europe.
As
of right now, on paper.
I think so, yeah.
As of right now, it's a fact. We are literally the best team in Europe right now.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, so perspective, it's really positive.
Yeah.
The thing I alluded to at the start, I did it on the Patreon. I never actually truly got to the point, and I've done it again today. Is there was one thing that I said was worrying me that I'm still positively Arsenal, but there's one thing worrying me.
Okay.
And it wasn't the pattern of the second halves. That is worrying me a little bit. But the one that's really worrying me, and we spoke about it on text, there's a vibe change.
Yeah.
Something's icky.
Yeah.
And it happened. I don't know if it's coincided with me in the last couple of weeks saying that I feel like drained.
Yeah.
It feels like there's a togetherness of that team that's really infectious. There's like a smiliness to it.
It's a good group.
We've joked about it, Reverend Timber, and that there's a vibe to it that feels like there's like almost untouchable at the minute. The last couple of weeks I've seen cracks in it and a lot of it's come from Madueke, I must admit, and I don't want to become a guy who jumps on Madueke. I know Chelsea did, and I think this weekend in the last couple of games he's played against Chelsea and then the Villa game, we've seen the Madueke that Chelsea fans saw and didn't mind losing.
Yeah.
At the start of the season, we saw the one that was at PSV and the one that came to Chelsea and looked like a real threat.
He was happy to be there, yeah.
All of a sudden, you're starting to think, is he already starting to turn on the idea of being there? I don't think he is. I think Rice has talked about it in an England video I watched, where he said he thinks Madueke's hilarious. He said, because that guy's never happy.
Yeah.
Like Trossard. He's one of these guys that...
Seems grumpy.
Trossard's always grumpy, always coughing.
Yeah.
But he's happy to be... He's always turning up to training early.
Yeah.
So he's happy to be there, clearly, with his actions.
Yeah.
But he looks grumpy all the time.
Yeah.
And like Arteta said, you can't even play golf with him out and getting in a strop if you lost. If you play paddleboard with a Trossard and he loses, he won't talk to you the rest of the day. He just hates losing. And
Good.
Yeah, exactly. And Rice said that Madueke's like, and he finds it hilarious because like everything's a problem to him.
Yeah.
So like he loses the ball, he throws his arms, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And I think that's just the way he is. But it's taking a bit of getting used to under Arteta that we're used to players like Rice.
Good soldiers.
Yeah, who watch Tony Robbins and all these things. Whereas Madueke is like, and I didn't like it in the Chelsea game. I think he went into there emotional.
Yeah.
And we've spoken about that. But even in this game, there's a couple of times where like we lost the ball and he threw his arms up and I thought, nah, like Zubimendi, everyone else is head down, running back.
Yeah.
Run back. That's why he loves Martinelli. And this is, Martinelli isn't as good a player as Eze.
No.
But you know what he wouldn't have done? Switched off and allowed that cash goal.
Yeah.
That's why in big games, who does he trust?
Yeah.
He likes Saka and Martinelli. And people sometimes go, it's a bit dull though. We've got these other fun players. It's he trusts them because they do not switch off.
Mentality and personality is massive.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I'm worried about is like Eze goes off. I'm thinking I want to see him tonight just to see like is he like not is he all right like because that's stupid, but is the vibe all right?
Yeah.
Or is he like, oh, I've got taken off, I think I want to move. And again, if he does think like that, he should move because a professional football player shouldn't be, if he gets in a strop over that and ends up moving because you did something wrong. He knew he did something wrong because as soon as it went in, he grabbed his face and fell face down and started screaming because he realised like I've switched off.
Well, I think also, I don't know if football players have that, but they also have to look at the bigger picture. And this is Eze's biggest move. This is the biggest move he's going to make. Like, he's not going to a bigger...
Dare I say Madueke the same.
Yeah, they're not going to a bigger club. And Eze is an Arsenal fan, wanted to come back to Arsenal, phoned Arteta to come back to Arsenal.
He's playing in the Champions League. He's in a title charge.
They're technically the best team in Europe.
Just scored a hat-trick in a derby.
Whether you get put off or not, you're involved. Yeah. You're in there.
And I think he likes certain personalities, like... And I think Eze is this type that he'll come in on Monday and go... Like I say, it doesn't have to talk to me. He knows what he did wrong. Like you could watch one replay and realize there's a new full well he was in the wrong. But he's going to come in and go, how do I not let that happen again? And I think that's the kind of personalities he wants at the club.
Yeah.
Because Rice talks about it all the time, where he said like we're all trying to improve. Like you don't improve when the manager says, "Oh, good job" all the time. Like you need people to be like challenging you, and you see it on the field. Like how many times we've seen Rice and Gabriel like, arguing because of a position, and then after the game they're celebrating together,
which is perfect.
Yeah,
that's exactly what you want.
I think losing the big personalities like Saliba and Gabriel, I think Gyökeres being out of the team, it's felt a little quiet.
They feel tired.
They feel tired, quiet, and like the celebrations are still, you know, you can see they're all together, but there's something not. There's a little positivity missing, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a big problem, and it might just be a tiredness issue.
Yeah.
But that's my one concern at the minute is there's something shifted that I don't like. And I don't know if it's just, you know, but with that has come away from home. We've taken, 2 points from 9?
Yeah.
In the last 3, Sunderland, Chelsea, and the team we just played?
Villa.
Mm. 2 draws and a loss.
Yeah.
And in between there, we win our home games.
Mm-hmm.
After North London Derby, the vibes were unbelievable, weren't they? Immaculate.
Yeah.
But then you go and you beat Bayern Munich, the vibes went even more immaculate. Then you went to Chelsea, you draw that, and everyone came away going, I think we'll take it, but they look tired. Then you beat Brentford, and everyone went, yeah. But there was that win was like what we wanted, which was a professional 2-0 win.
Yeah.
But there wasn't an energy to it. It was just like, yeah,
but
we're in third gear, we've won it, whatever. There was no energy. And then you want that backed up with like going to Villa Park, you know, all guns are blazing, and the energy wasn't right again. And tonight with Club Brugge, we're going to be heavily rotated. You're not going to feel that energy again. And then we're going to get to weekend. It's Wolves, 8 o'clock kickoff. The crowd are going to be simmering like, give us something.
There's not a big cup final feel on
No,
that.
and all of a sudden, that turns into a 2-0 professional win that there's no vibe to.
Yeah.
And then the week after, you have to go to Everton, and all of a sudden you drop points there. And then, is there a pattern forming here? I don't know. I don't know if I'm overthinking it.
I think the exhaustion isn't just physical. It's not like they went out there and got the job done against Spurs. They got it done against Bayern Munich. 2 games that are really emotional. Exhaustion isn't just physical. Exhaustion can also be emotional. They had to pile so much into those games that they were like cup finals. You had to win them. The crowd's there. Everyone's electric. The world's watching. You then get the job done, which takes it out of you. And then you have to go and played the game at Villa Park and the Chelsea game. Both games were kind of played like cup finals. Even though the emotion wasn't quite the Bayern Munich and Spurs, it's like they carried on that emotional fuel into those games, and they were played like cup finals. So the emotional exhaustion coming off of Spurs and Bayern Munich, and then going into the physical exhaustion of playing Chelsea and Villa, I think it does take a toll on you, and especially when you haven't got the players to rotate. Like, you haven't got options coming off the bench. Like, these players are having to go out there and perform this way in each of these games with no backup, no support, like no options. It is just, I think it's just an imperfect storm. I've said that a couple of times now, imperfect storm. It's an imperfect storm of all these things coming together. That will lead to this, and I don't think the vibes. I know what you mean, because we both said it during that game. It felt different.
There's a negative energy to it. There was like a cloud.
But does that just come with?
We need a big night, like tonight. Almost becomes get Gyökeres on, get Jesus on, Jesus. Get all these players on that need there. We're gonna have to rest people. It's gonna be tough because we're not gonna have Rice. We're not gonna have some of these players. But it almost needs like a Gyökeres hat trick. Just everyone go, because all of a sudden I saw after the weekend all these conversations again. Was Gyökeres the biggest waste of money in Arsenal? It's like, well, right before he got injured, he had his best half of football ever against Burnley.
Yeah.
But pre that, I think we'd all kind of agreed like, the reason we're good this year is because he's taking all the defenders away from our wingers.
In his economy rate, it wasn't bad.
No.
At that point.
And all of a sudden he's gone away for a bit. He's come back in. He's played 10 minutes here, 10 minutes here. And everyone's gone, he looks slow. He looks rubbish. And again, that Villa game, I just want to talk one more bit about that Villa game. The big thing that everyone was talking about was that Rice, Rice put it right across the front. Yeah. And Madueke hit the side net.
Yeah.
Everyone was saying that that's what made him look doomed, was just like he wasn't running in there. Rice took that first time. He was 20 yards back. And I know people say he should be on the last man. He kind of was.
Yeah, he was close.
He can't get to it still.
Yeah, and he was in the right position if Madueke... Madueke... I love Madueke. He brings a chaos and an energy that is very different to Saka, but the football intelligence difference...
Yeah, I think there he had enough time to put his foot on the ball, stand the guy up, and then either knock it to Gyökeres or take the man on and shoot or something.
Yeah.
He had so much time, and instead he just kind of whapped it at the side there.
Yeah.
And he just thought... that was never going to work,
No.
was it? Like, and you just
No.
that frustration, and that's what the Chelsea fans said. You're going
Yeah.
to get frustrated at. Is like he makes weird decisions.
Yeah.
And
Which, I
that's-
mean, sometimes those decisions do pay off. Like, sometimes that chaotic nature, he could have smashed that straight in.
Yeah.
But, again, it just seemed so simple at the time. I know we're not players in this environment, so I don't know. But it just felt like a little cutback and a little, like, Gyökeres was just waiting in the middle. Unmarked.
yeah.
Like, all he had to do was just pop it across to Gyökeres,
Yeah.
and it would have been a goal.
It is really tough. But as we move on to tonight, it's a big game tonight. The Club Brugge away from home. I'm just looking at the standard to see of a predicted lineup. Gabriel, obviously, Jesus is back in that squad.
Yeah.
Declan Rice is ill. Trossard has aggravated a calf problem.
Mhm.
Saliba is not back after suffering a knock in training, and Dalman is now injured.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Norgard and Nwaneri may get rare starts in midfield.
Yep.
Gyökeres has come out off the bench, so it looks like he. But Arteta could look to rest Saka.
Yeah.
For Madueke. Time 8 p.m. tonight. Is in Belgium, isn't it? Is that Bruges, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not being stupid.
No, I think it's Belgium.
What's this predicted lineup, do you reckon?
I mean, I would like to see a little change, even if it is like players like Madueke that can kind of re-inspire us. Like, I know he had those moments early on where we all got very excited, and obviously this little dip is a little bit different, and he's been away. But I mean, I'd like a game like this for him to play, actually start the game, play the minutes, and actually give us what we want from Madueke. Get on there, do some fun stuff, run at them, and get goals. Like you said about Gyökeres, it'd be a nice game for them to hopefully get some goals and bring that good feeling back.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I don't know if that bad feeling is... I don't know if it is just what comes with challenging so hard at the top of your game. I think those games will happen because the players are going to be tired and they are putting everything into this. And that feel-good feeling of like the last few seasons where we were up and about the top of the table, but it was kind of not expected as much. I feel like this Arsenal squad has a lot of expectation now because everyone is analysing everything, like you said with Jamie and the opposite of celebrating at the end of that Villa game.
Yeah, it's too emotional.
Yeah, I think this team is at the top of their game and they're trying to get it over the line now, and we're in pole position in both competitions now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that energy does come from that. I mean, if you watch like the 90s Bulls, and Pippen and Jordan would have been probably at each other's throats constantly trying to get the win. It just happens that way, and I'm sure Declan Rice would love that reference.
Yeah, he would. Just looking at the Champions League table, Club Brugge are 27th, just outside the playoff area. They got 1 win, 1 draw, 3 losses.
Okay.
So not great.
So this should be a good game.
Yeah, their last. Just seeing what way that thing is that way. So that means their last set of fixtures here was a loss. They drew. They only won game week 1. I don't know who it was against, but then they lost, draw, loss. So they're not doing great.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got 5 wins from 5. Conceded 1, scored 13.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 14. Scored 14.
So this is the game to rotate and just give it a bit of feel good if you can. Like just put it all together and make it feel nice.
If PSG were to win and we win, we stay top. Oh no, yeah, obviously. But if we lose and PSG win, we might still stay top. Actually.
Okay.
The other team is Real Madrid, who have got Man City tonight. So
big game.
It's a big game. I don't know what our lineup will be. I think it'll be rare. Defensively, it's tough. I don't think Lewis Skelly will play.
No.
Because Calafiori got booked, so he can't play at the weekend.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to use Calafiori. Calafiori played 70 minutes at the weekend. He can't now play for. If he can't play against Wolves, he has to play until Everton.
It feels like we've been leaning on Calafiori a lot.
It does, but I think he's going to play 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't play for 10 more days after this.
Okay, that's fair.
And he only played 75 minutes the other day.
Yeah.
And the week before that, he played a half.
Yeah.
So he's actually played very minimal football.
Yeah.
Compared to the others. And Lewis Skelly's going to have to play 90 minutes at the weekend.
Yeah.
So I think you'll get 90 minutes out of Calafiori tonight, which does make you instantly feel a bit better. I think Hincapié has to play.
Yeah.
I think the centre-back could be... I think it's going to be Timber and Ben White.
I think it will have to be, yeah.
And I do worry a lot about if those two can stay fit having to play this many games.
Yeah.
And I know we've got a 7-day rest, which is going to help all of them. But if Ben White has to play another 90 minutes and then another 90 minutes on Saturday, you do worry that we don't see Ben White again until next year.
It does feel that way.
But I don't see what else. The only other one is it Salmon, the centre back? I wonder if he might get a start.
Yeah, he's been on the bench a
But
lot.
Hincapié and Salmon and Timber right back seems a bit.
Well, it felt like even when Hincapié and Mosquera were playing there at one, like when they had to take over for a bit, it felt like a worry at the start. I mean, they did fine, but it felt like changing the defence that drastically. But bringing in young Salmon is gonna. Yeah. It's very new.
It's almost too much. Yeah. And I wonder if there is a chance you see like a Josh Nichols at right back and Timber plays centre back. But just to give Ben White some rest, and then maybe 60, 70 minutes Ben White comes on.
Yeah.
I don't know who can come on for Timber at this point, but the midfield I think will be Norgard. But I think Zubamendi will play, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think if anything, it should be Norgard.
Yeah.
I think the midfield should be Odegaard and Waneri.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Again, that isn't very balanced what I've just done there.
Yeah.
But I think Waneri needs some minutes, but I also think Odegaard still needs some minutes.
Do you not see
Eza?
Well, yeah. Even if like Zubamendi or Norgard is going to be is obviously where we're going to work. It's one of those playing in the defensive midfield.
Yeah.
But on the left eight, we've got options of Moreno and Eza.
Moreno only played a half at the weekend.
It tells me Moreno's going to drop in there, so it'll be Norgard or Zubamendi with Moreno, Odegaard, and Gyökeres up top.
And then on the right, Madueke.
I think you have to. I think getting Madueke back in there with not a full game, but at least 20 minutes. 20 minutes towards the end. I think that's
the only definite I've got is that Martinelli's definitely playing on the left.
Yeah,
I think.
100%.
I think he's definitely coming back in.
Yeah, 100%.
I would like to see some minutes for Waneri, but he hasn't impressed me the last couple. But the last thing he needs is to not play.
Yeah.
So that's what I see. As far as the weekend, if you want a deeper dive into the weekend, obviously on the Patreon, I'll be doing a preview of the Wolves game.
Yeah.
The end of this week, and also there will be a recap of whatever happens in Club Brugge tomorrow on the Patreon.
Yeah.
So if you want more of us in your ear rolls, go to our Patreon, which the link is below us currently. Like I said, go on to the browser version, and you won't have to pay the tax part, so it's a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
But there's pretty much audio constantly, because like I said, tomorrow there'll be a review of the Club Brugge in more detail. At the end of the week, you'll get a Wolves preview.
Yep.
And then on the end of the weekend, you'll have a review of Wolves.
It keeps giving.
And the start of next week, if anything comes about, then I'll be in there also. But then you'll have the main feed. And also on the Patreon, you get a ad-free version of this episode, which means essentially the Seat Geek's not promoted. But it's not that big a deal, that one. But you get a lot of extra content.
Yeah.
But so we won't go too deep into Wolves, but I think we just know it's a must-win, and we need to get Saliba back on that field, Rice back on that field. We need everyone back on.
The train's back on the track. That's what we need.
I do wonder if there's a Sly Gabriel returning soon. We haven't really heard much about his injury, but he seems to be at every game, and he seems to be walking fine. And I know there's a difference between walking fine and playing football, but I don't know. I think that Gabriel could be closer than we anticipate, and all of a sudden we could have Gabriel and Saliba back, and that would feel so fresh.
I don't think it's going to be too long. I don't think it's going to be too long before that defence is in one piece again.
But by the time they're back, Timber and Ben White will be out with long-term injuries anyway. So. Time will tell. But that has been the Gunners Rest podcast today. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully we've kind of made you feel a bit better about the weekend.
You made me feel better.
And get you psyched about Club Brugge tonight. Before we go, actually, I think we've got to talk a little bit about this Salah thing, because I've got a theory. It's like the Montreal Screwjob. My theory is FSG just got bought out by a Saudi company.
Yeah.
Recently. Not just now, but recently. They just spent $500 million in the summer.
Yeah.
And I think they sold quite well. So I think their net was like 300 million.
Yeah.
Which is really good considering you spent $500 million.
Yeah.
I think they had to sell a lot of their squad depth, which is I've got into before, and that's why I think they're struggling.
Yeah.
Because you get rid of Harvey Elliott and all these players, and you think, and Kwanzaa, and you know, and you think, who's going to come on in the Champions League, like when you need maybe, to rest a couple players.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you get injuries, and then Isaac's always going to be injured anyway. So there's all these things. Either way, I think when the season started, they went all in on winning the league and winning everything. And we all agreed in world football, other than a treble, they would have failed this year.
Yeah, 100%.
All of a sudden we're looking at they might not win a trophy or get Champions League football next year. I mean, we're not talking about this enough. I know we can't stop hearing about the fact that Arsenal spend money.
Yeah.
And Man City and Chelsea and all that. So, yeah, I get it. They have. We haven't spent as much as those two, or Liverpool. Why are we not talking about Liverpool right now? I know
Very quiet.
we're getting close to Christmas now. This isn't just a bad spell. This is bad.
Consistently bad, yeah.
So, either way, I think the season's going awry. I think they know that money-wise, they might struggle with FF. Whoa,
FFP.
FFP. That's right.
Yeah, financial fair play.
Yeah. FFP next year. So I think they thought what we could do is take a league out of Chelsea's book
Yeah.
and sell an asset
Yeah.
to Saudi,
Yeah.
who are probably owned by one of the Saudi teams or at least have connections over them.
Yeah.
And they've gone, it has to be Salah.
Yeah.
Because we all agreed when they dropped Salah a couple weeks ago, we all went, why Salah?
Yeah.
Because we all watched Liverpool this year, and I don't think Salah's been poor.
No.
I think the team's awful.
Yeah.
He's coached bad.
Yeah, he's not been set up to succeed
No.
necessarily, but he's still good.
And yeah, he's their best player.
Yeah.
Szoboszlai's been their best player this season.
Yeah.
But Gakpo has been very poor.
Yeah.
You know, Etike's been very good. Isaac hasn't been fit.
No.
Wirtz has been a massive issue.
Big time.
McAllister, I don't think's turned up this year.
Yeah.
Gravenberg's not the Gravenberg we saw last year.
No.
Van Dijk's making a lot of mistakes. Kanate's making a lot of mistakes. But for whatever reason, do you know who hasn't made a mistake and who still scored a lot of goals? Salah.
Yeah.
Who did he drop? Salah.
Yeah, weird.
Makes no sense. And Salah knows that.
Yeah.
Hence why he spoke. So my theory on it is that they've gone, who can we get the most money from Saudi for to sort our books out?
Yeah.
Because the season's done.
Yeah.
I think they've kind of accepted, like, it's a weird season. We've got to rebuild. We bought a load of good players. We can sort our books out. Next summer, we can even buy a couple more squad players and actually have the team of the future.
They
because
need to, yeah.
they gave a huge deal to an aging player, which is never a good sign anyway. And they've done it the same with Van Dijk. And I think they went, Salah.
Yeah.
You know, I think we can get big money for Salah.
Yeah.
So they thought, well, if we sell Salah in January to Saudi,
Yeah.
everyone's going to go, that's a bit weird. Do you know what I mean?
If they did it randomly, yeah.
Everyone will go, oh, and they're owned by a Saudi company now.
Yeah.
And they've just randomly went and got, why is that? Is that like, are they passing money around just to make sure that their books look good?
Yeah.
It looks dodgy.
Yeah.
So what they thought was, let's drop him. And Carragher brought a big point to this, was Salah in his time, his 8-9 years at Liverpool, has only ever joined the mix zone where you do interviews 4 times.
Yeah, it's rare. Yeah.
And last time he did it was because he wanted that new deal sorted.
Yeah.
And he basically said, I don't know, they haven't spoken to me.
Yeah.
To get conversations going. So I think him and his agent are quite calculated. I think once he got to the end of that game, because by the way, he walked onto that field and went over to Liverpool fans and waved at them.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
So he was, in his head, he was like, I'm making a point.
Yeah.
I think he's fallen for what they wanted. They needed him to go into that mix zone and do what he's done.
Yeah.
So that they can go to Carragher, club legend. By the way, could you go on TV and absolutely go after him?
Yeah.
We need to create such a problem. We have to sell him.
Yeah.
And then we can go, our hands were tied. We had to sell him.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
And everyone goes, yeah. And you got a load of money from him. That's good. So it doesn't look as dodgy.
Yeah.
So I think this is all completely manufactured. And that's why Salah said, I feel like I'm being thrown under the bus. I feel like someone doesn't want me here.
Yeah.
Which makes so much sense to Brett in the Montreal school job.
Yeah.
That he's going, I didn't do anything wrong. And why am I the one that's the problem?
Being edged out.
Right. So I think this is all been completely done by Liverpool and their club legends to all jump on board. And like Carragher was out of control and he's lost control about all this. And it was all to force this move. So that Salah goes, I'll never play here again. You have to sell me.
Yeah.
And it's such a shame because when you think of club legends, this is like Omri in 06 after the Champions League final. He ended up going to Barcelona. Can you imagine if we got him to re-sign for another 4 years?
Yeah.
And then we scapegoated him 6 months later.
Yeah.
Ruin all that. He is potentially Liverpool's greatest ever player.
Oh, 100%. Even if it isn't just for this period where they became good again.
No, he came in.
He's the star.
He's done 8-9 years. He'll go down as one of the top 3 best ever Premier League players.
Yeah.
He's won him a Champions League.
Yeah.
And again, I know he didn't win him a Champions League, but he was a big part of it.
Yeah.
He won 2 Premier Leagues. They'd never won a Premier League.
No.
Until he came.
Yeah.
He's given them so much. The crowd love him. The way they're ending it will mean that when he comes back in years to come, he won't be a...
It's not going to be nice.
They did the same with Trent. Trent did everything he could with his boyhood club, and he went, I want to change the scenery. And what did they do? Get out then.
Yeah.
We don't like you anymore.
Yeah.
Boo him when he comes back.
No respect, yeah.
And it's just like, it didn't have to be like this. And I think for a club legend who, in real time, they're scapegoating. I just hate the look of it. It's a weird club, generally, I think.
Albeit I've thoroughly enjoyed his PR guy, his reaction behind it.
He's like, oh no. Oh, no. That was Liverpool's. It wasn't even his. Like he just went,
Oh.
I'm a part of this. I've got to go tell someone about this. But that's my theory on that anyway. Across the league, though, I think when you look at like people like Man City and that, like, I mean, they're shipping 4 goals away at Fulham, but they're scoring 5.
Yeah, they're random.
They're beating Sunderland comfortably. Cherky with a little like Rabona assist and stuff.
Yeah.
Foden looks like he is finding a little form.
Yeah. Happy for Foden.
He put it on the plate. Cherky put it on the plate.
Yeah.
That's for real.
Why is anyone talking about that?
Yeah, but they worry me. Another big bit of information that came out this week. Obviously, we've got Portsmouth playing the FA Cup, and also Chelsea look like they're going to actually finally get reprimanded for something this year.
Okay.
So amongst those, where's the City one?
Disappeared.
But basically, the Chelsea point, they think it could be just a fine, which would be hilarious.
I never understand how fines are the right way to go with this, because these teams that are doing this have clearly got too much money, so a fine doesn't really do anything.
No, I know.
It's the point takeaway. That's what needs to be done. How long's this Chelsea one been going on then?
I don't know. I'm just going to read it. The alleged offences include reports of undeclared payments to agents to the use of unregistered intermediaries to complete transfers. According to the Times, the disciplinary hearing from the FA is due to conclude this week and should see the outcome of the charges placed against the club. They will learn the punishment fate of the club includes a possible points deduction. It's all from the Roman Abramovich era. So basically, it's pretty scummy because a lot of that is from all the years they've won all the trophies and stuff like that. But it's just interesting because I think I've read also that they think in the start of January that City this stuff might actually come to a head.
Yeah.
If Chelsea, the benefit of all of this, obviously, take away the Arsenal, we want Chelsea as far away from us as possible.
Yeah.
If they get any kind of point deduction, theirs was 74 charges.
Yeah.
City's is double that.
Yeah.
If they do a point deduction, it sets another precedent that they're going to give a point deduction to City. I mean, if we want to win the league this year, I think we'd really benefit from everyone getting point deductions.
We need these teams gone.
I did joke in the group chat with Simon last night that Liverpool fall off, Man United fall off, Tottenham fall off, City get a point deduction, Chelsea get a point deduction, and then Arsenal come second to Villa. So anyway, on that note, we will see you next week on Gunners R Us. Check out the Patreon if you want more daily content from us here at Gunners R Us. So we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.